Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you are watching this. If you're new here, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Will Fenley, and I am the creator and independent crime reporter here on this channel, 411 Now. And I'd like to take a moment to welcome you. And to all my returning viewers and subscribers out there, thank you very much for joining me on another adventure on the crazy train, toot toot, of the Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell saga. So, in case you're not familiar, yesterday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, the 17th of November, the police department in Chandler, Arizona, along the, the police department in Chandler, Arizona, along with the Gilbert Police Department, sent to the prosecuting attorney's office additional charges that they should file, recommendation for additional charges against Chad Daybell and, yes, Crazy Lori Vallow Daybell, and the attempted murder of either the for charges on for of attempted murder on Lori, the attempted murder of Brandon Boudreaux. Along with that, there's some juicy little tidbits inside of the actual filing. Now, some of the actual filing that has been released to the media has been redacted, but the following are statements from the actual filing itself. I quote, shown to the Alex Cox and Chad Daybell had talked numerous times on burner phones. Just hours before the attempted shooting of Brandon Boudreaux, it would be. The Gilbert Police Department investigation has also confirmed that Alex Cox was the masked man who shot at Tammy Daybell in her driveway. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they've now confirmed that it was Alex who tried to, do the hit on Tammy Daybell, the dry run that I've been calling it for, quite some time, to see how close they could actually get to her, to actually shoot her. It was a dry run with paintballs. They said, okay, let's see how close we can get to her to murder her in her driveway when she comes home. Can we do it without her alerting anyone else? Well, unfortunately, Tammy screamed for her dear life that day, and it startled Alex, and he shot at her 2 times with a paintball gun and then ran around to the back of the house, out the back of their property. But that was a dry run to see how close they could get to actually killing Tammy Daybell. Yes, long before she mysteriously died peacefully in her sleep. And I use quotes there because I don't think she died peacefully in her sleep, ladies and gentlemen. She was murdered by Chad. But that's my opinion. I don't have any factual evidence to back that up yet. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. So on top of that, they sent to the prosecuting county attorney for Maricopa County additional charges for attempted murder on Brandon Boudreaux. Along with that, the information that they had tried to kill Tammy, at least doing this one attempt on her life. Were there more? We don't know at this point. But we know in this crazy train cycle that has been Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, they have tried multiple times to try to kill people or get rid of people. I think there are possibly more bodies that are connected to this entire doomsday circle than we know of. And I think it's going to come out eventually in trial. Cross our fingers that happens sometime soon. Additionally, because yesterday wasn't a slow day, a statement was released by the Banner Life Insurance Company. Who is the Banner, Life Insurance Company? Well, they're the ones who paid out the death benefits for Charles Vallow. They released a statement that even now in November of 2021, 2 years ago from the time that they actually paid out the actual claim, they believed at that time that Lori Vallow was responsible for the murder of Charles Vallow back then, because of statements that Charles had made to his insurance broker about changing the beneficiary on his policy, and other statements that Charles had made to his friend insurance agent about the circumstances that were going on in his life. So even Banner Insurance Company believes that Lori Vallow was responsible for Charles' death back in 2019. Oh, it gets better. We're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Don't click off. We got more. And additionally, on top of that, that was the $430,000 payout that went, and Lori wasn't able to get a hold of it. And man, was she pissed, that money went to JJ's grandparents because Charles was able to change his PIN and change the beneficiary of that life insurance policy. So Lori didn't get any of it. Additionally, the United States government, oh yes, let's not forget about the feds. The feds have not stopped or closed their investigation into the fraud that Lori Vallow committed. For over 5 months. She received Social Security death benefits and benefits for JJ, because please, let's not forget the life that was lost there, JJ Vallow, JJ Ryan Vallow. Let's not forget the actual life that was lost there, JJ. JJ's life was cut short because of this crazy lady, her brother, and Chad. There's no arguing that at all anywhere. But JJ was autistic, and JJ was receiving benefits for his autism, and that was supposed to go to him because he was on disability payments. Plus, once his father died, he was receiving what's called death benefits for 5 months. She kept getting those payments after JJ was found dead for 5 months. That is fraud, to collect death benefits for somebody who should be getting them. How do they prove the fraud? Well, besides her getting the money and not notifying the Social Security Administration to stop the benefits, which they did eventually, she was spending the money. Oh yeah, her time in Hawaii, and then while she was actually incarcerated there in jail, where after she was extradited, she used money to pay towards her attorney and to put money on her books so she could eat the ding dongs, ho hos, and wham whams, or whatever they have there in ramen soups. She used the money to put on her books, with the aid of Chad, obviously, who hadn't been arrested yet for the murder of his wife, Tammy. He was facilitating the actual fraud. So fraud charges could be levied against them both federally for fraud from the Social Security Administration. In this, all this, these documents that came out yesterday are massive. From what I've been able to gather. I have the actual documents, ladies and gentlemen. I don't just make this stuff up as I go along. I'm giving you the cliff notes. I've condensed it down to the little tiny part to make it under 10 minutes. I want to thank you for being here with me today. Again, if you are new here, I hope you will subscribe, click that bell icon, do all those good YouTube-y things that they ask you to do. I'm not going to bother you otherwise. If you want to just watch it and keep on enjoying the content without subscribing, that's up to you. But I appreciate you being here anyways. To each and every one of you out there, stay safe, and I will see you again shortly.